okay? First of all, you have a Corey Lewandowski tweet right after this incident happened saying very directly, "I never touched her." Then you have a piece of video which shows rather clearly he did touch her. Would you acknowledge that Corey Lewandowski did not tell the truth initially about this incident?
Well, let me go a step further. She touched me. She grabbed me by the arm at least twice.
Well, we can talk about that in a moment, but let's do the basics first. He said he didn't touch her, and the video shows he touched her. Is that not a lie?
Savannah, I really don't know. She grabbed me by the arm. She grabbed me by the arm twice. I pushed her off. You could see that very clearly. She said that she was jolted backwards. In fact, her exact words, she was jolted backwards. He somehow grabbed me tightly by the arm and yanked me down.
Trump,
well,
now you're saying
wait a minute,
that
Savannah. She made up this story, Savannah. She was yanked. She said she was yanked down. This was before she found out there was a security camera on her.
Well,
it was my security camera. I supplied the security camera and the tape.
Let me just ask you one thing.
Listen, wait a minute. It said I almost fell to the ground, but was able to maintain my balance. I was shaken. Campaign managers aren't supposed to try to forcefully throw reporters to the ground.
Let me ask you this. Can I please let me just jump in here?
She wasn't thrown to the ground.
Okay, let me just jump in here, though. You are now saying she touched you, she forcibly touched you. You suggested maybe you're the one who should file charges, and yet initially you said nothing happened. The Secret Service told you nothing happened. Isn't it your story that's changed?
No, it's not my story that's changed at all. She grabbed me by the arm. I didn't even know who it was. But she went through Secret Service because they were surrounding me and we were walking out. And by the way, she was asking me questions she wasn't supposed to because the press conference had ended and we were leaving, going outside. And there was a group of people, a large group of people, everybody pushing everybody, which is very standard in that world, as you know probably better than I do. And we were all just going out toward the exit. And all of a sudden, you look at this tape, and I have to tell you, I've watched a lot of attorneys on television over the last short period of time, and most of them are laughing at the charge.
Mr. Trump,
you're going to destroy, Matt, you're going to destroy a man's life over what happened?
Let me jump back.
Now, she changed her tune a lot after she saw that she was on tape.
It's going to sound, Mr. Trump, like I'm going back here, but I am. Right after this incident, Corey Lewandowski tweeted he was calling bull blank on Ms. Fields. He tweeted that she was delusional, and he tweeted that he never touched her. The videotape easily and plainly shows that, in fact, he did grab her and did pull her. And whether you want to debate whether she almost fell down or not, he didn't tell the truth. If you're President of the United States and a member of your staff, your chief of staff, goes to the American people and publicly doesn't tell the truth in the way that Corey Lewandowski hasn't told the truth, would you put up with it?
Well, I don't know if it wasn't that. I'll be honest with you. When you look at what happened, it was so minor that he might not have even thought about it. Because to be honest with you, when you look at this, it was so minor. People are saying, what is this all about? We have people in the Middle East chopping off heads and drowning people in cages, and he brushes her, and he brushed her to get probably to get her hand off my arm. So it was so minor, he might not have even realized it took place. And then he was informed later on that it took place, and he might have not known frankly, what happened.
Let me just ask you a general question here. If you look at this videotape, and then you look at that videotape from another event where he is seen to briefly grab a protester's shirt collar and pull him back, the simple question, and we've asked others, why is your campaign manager putting his hands on people at your events? Why is he allowed to do that?
Because this protester was an agitator. Take a look at the horrible, disgusting sign that protester had. Take a look at the protester's hands were around a woman's neck in front of him, and he barely touched him. Also, he had 2 fingers on his shirt, and then he took them off, and security took the guy out. He was an agitator. He was a bad guy. He was an agitator, and frankly, to a certain extent, you could say there's a certain amount of courage. He got very incensed when he saw the sign. The sign was a horrible sign that this guy was holding, and he didn't do any damage to the guy because security took it.
Just in the few seconds I have left, Mr. Trump,
are we going to destroy a man's life?
But we also shouldn't destroy a reporter's life. Will you or Mr. Lewandowski?
She lied, Matt. She wasn't thrown to the ground. She told us
she didn't say that. She didn't say. She said she was almost fell down and
but she didn't almost fall down, Matt. She didn't even change the expression on her face. Look at her face. I mean, during this whole incident, if somebody whacks you or if somebody gives either of you a shot, you're going to be, wow, your mouth is going to open. You're going to be screaming a little bit. She didn't even change expression on her face.
But, Mr. Trump, why are you parsing her words and then giving the benefit of the doubt to your campaign manager who clearly states, I didn't touch her. The video clearly shows he did touch her. She said, I didn't fall down, but I almost did, and I was shaken.
Savannah, the incident was so minor that I honestly believe. I don't think, look, I know this guy. He's an honorable guy. He's a decent man. He's got 4 beautiful kids and a wife in New Hampshire. I'm not going to, these other candidates, they're weak. They said, oh, well, you should immediately get rid of him. For what? They want me to fire him. Why? Because of this incident?
Wouldn't an immediate apology on his part taken care of this? Wouldn't it have taken care of this if he'd simply said, I'm sorry?
I actually don't think so. I think she would have pressed charges anyway because I think she likes it. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I think if he called up, I think if he said he's sorry, I think she would have used that against him. I'm not a believer in that because, again, I've heard that, oh, call up. Certainly if that could have happened, he would have done that. But and I wasn't involved in that because I really heard about this. I will tell you, I don't think anything would have happened. I think we'd be in the same place. She'd just have a little bit better evidence because right now she's got no evidence.
I think we're going to have to. Why don't we say we'll agree to disagree.